home of entrepreneurs.
Try the newest, cheapest, and fastest delivery na express service. Introducing Moto Express PH. You can now leave your shopping and delivery needs with us without much exposure and interaction to people outside. Mapa-grocery items, medicines, foods, and other essentials and halal certified products, kami na ang mamimili at maghahatid sa'yo. Sinisigurado na ligtas, in good and quality condition ang mga pabili o orders sa delivery service na iyong i-avail. Para sa maayos at mabilis na delivery at order mo, ipamoto mo na. Download Moto Express PH app through Google Play that is built to deliver beyond your expectation. Tara na dito sa Moto Express. Dahil moto mo to.
Hola, hola, hola. Buenas tardes, amigos y amigas. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating mga entrepreneurs at entrepreneurs all over the world. Yes, because as usual, whenever Sunday, 5 o'clock in the afternoon comes in, we are back once again with another great and fantastic episode. Now, this will be the first time that your host, Alex Flores, or Señor Entrepreneur, will be having a part 2. Meaning, last week, we have no less than the Executive Vice President of Philstar Media Group, colleague from the Philippine Marketing Association, and is currently the president of the Philippine Marketing Association. Last time, we were able to discuss the ins and outs, the A to Z of his company and all the accolades that they receive. It only shows one thing, that when you're good, parang tubo, sagad hanggang dulo. So, it only means one thing, that the part 2 will now be focusing on what the PMA is all about. This is a beloved institution of ours, which was created way back 1954. And behind those years were great marketing minds who was behind, let's say, the MSMEs and the large companies too, no? Because as far as marketing is concerned, there will always be the marketing people behind the success of any business organization. So, without further much ado, I would like to call on screen the newly elected, once again, for the second time, President of the Philippine Marketing Association. Katulad po natin, batang-batang tingnan, bagamat kalahati lang yata ng edad ko. Simpatiko, muy guapito, Señor Lucien Tioco. Buenas tardes, Señor.
Buenas tardes. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Glad to be back para sa part 2 natin.
Yes. And as far as I'm concerned, since I started about 4 or 5 months ago, this will be the first that I will be having a guest na mayroong part 2. Diba? Sabi nga, pag matamis, dawan tubo, abot hanggang dulo. Eh, hindi naman sa yan ay pinagmamalaki ko ang ating samahan, ng ating organisasyon, kundi talagang last time, we were able to share with them, no, the success of your beloved organization, company, no, the Philstar Media Group, at ito na may napatunayan ng several awards from the part of the company and your end. And that's really what marketing is all about, no? All but the best in everything that we do in our lives. Now, considering that this is your second year in the Philippine Marketing Association as the elected president, I guess it is but normal that we were able to retain the bulk of the group, because last year was indeed turbulent for everyone. Marahil kahit na gano'ng kagaling na marketing man tayo, sumempla tayo lahat, no? Whether you are micro, small, medium, or large industries, ano? Kaya nga, ganun talaga eh. But as a true-blooded marketing man, we don't give up. Sabi nga natin is, when you're down, there's no way but to rise up and shine once again. So, we've been talking about PMA, and PMA. So maybe, for the sake of those who would like to know better what PMA is all about, kasi yung iba kapag ano yan, Philippine Military Academy? Hindi. Baka Philippine Modeling Association. Hindi rin. Hindi naman Philippine Medical. Philippine Marketing Association po. Okay? And as I have said, we never give up, no matter what. And of course, we have full trust and confidence on the current leadership of PMA with Lucien as our carryover president because this is the second year. And sabi nga natin, talagang kinakailangan stretch, no? Ang organisasyon upang nang sa ganun makaharap natin ng anumang pagsubok itong taon nito. So, Lucien, maybe would like to give them some briefer as to what PMA is all about.
Okay. This time wala akong slides, Sir Alex, para sa about PMA, but I'll be sharing some slides
Pagtulungan
later.
Na lang natin. Okay.
Yes. So, bilang kasama rin po kayo sa Philippine Marketing Association, as you well know, PMA has been around for 67 years. And
senior citizen na.
Senior citizen, tama. And it's a very reliable organization sa industriya ng marketing and advertising. Unang-una, ang PMA has served as a thought leader for the industry. Kasi lahat ng mga marketing trends, lahat ng mga insights na observe ng mga industry experts who belong to the Philippine Marketing Association is very well felt because of its influence to the industry. And not only within the industry, it also moves beyond its industry, reaching out to several sectors, from the government even to the small and medium businesses. Hindi lang siya organisasyon na nakafocus within yung mga malalaking corporations that really dictate the economy of the Philippines, but we reached out primarily, first and foremost, to those who are in need of knowledge about marketing. And ito karamihan nagbibilang sa small and medium businesses. So yun yung naging purpose ni PMA through the years, that throughout the years, we've been very active in partnering with the likes of Go Negosyo or yung mga sa franchise industry and retail as well. And because there's a lot of marketing involved in those industries. So, very active po siya. Lalo na nung pandemya, lahat ng nangyari, it came to a halt, no? Lahat ng businesses natin, nahirapan tayo. Pero, even to our organization, nahirapan din. It also almost came to a halt kasi PMA being a volunteer, yun din yung kailangan ko lang explain. Lahat dito ng members are acting upon on volunteerism. So lahat ng oras na binibigay dito ay pawang mula sa puso na gustong mag-contribute to really improve the community and the industry and the industries that we are involved in. So nung last year, ang unang-una namin naisip are the small and medium businesses. Kasi of all the sector na malaking nung sa pandemya dahil sa ECQ last year, we immediately partnered with AFI and Go Negosyo para to come up with our very first online series. Kasi yun lang yung means, di ba? Na thanks to technology that we're still felt within the industry and the business community through the online series. So ginawa namin yun at naging regular. And what we provided are really tips and encouragement and giving confidence to the small and medium businesses during that time. And that's one of the things that the most memorable that PMA did. Lahat ng mga events namin, from the Agora to the National Marketing Conference, lahat yun tumigil kasi halos walang support financially to really sustain it for this year. Pero for this year, that's one of the reasons why we were given an extension to continue our platforms, our programs for this into this year to be implemented. So, ang mangyayari this year, pabalik sa Agora. Agora Awards po is the Oscars ng marketing and advertising industry. It's the award where you only get to win once. So napaka-prestigious yung award mo. So minsan may year na walang nananalo kasi it doesn't meet the standards. So it's the highest accolade that one marketer or a company can get when you win this award.
Maybe parang equivalent yan sa Emmy or Oscar Awards.
Yes.
Yan ang ating Agora Award, no? Reserved only for the best.
Organized nun. Yun po yung every year na dinidevote ng mga members to really find the most impressive marketing campaigns or the marketing performance ng isang company or isang individual. And that's the body that recognizes that. And that's one of the things that I'm also proud of. Isa akong Agora winner din. Napanalo ko sarili ko sa yung company namin.
Super congrats.
And it really means so much to me kasi para siyang validation ng lahat ng ginagawa namin in terms of what we have done and what I have shared with you last week. Yes. So yun, and then we're bringing back the National Marketing Conference this year, itong July. So yun yung dalawang pinaka-highlight. And halos lahat ng mga events that PMA has been doing through the year, babalik po siya this year. It's the only difference is siyempre, online lahat. Online lahat siya. But expect that the voice of PMA will be much heard this year. So yun po. So,
and I came across the theme of our forthcoming national conference. It is something to do with reimagineering or something.
Yes, yun po yung national marketing conference natin. It's reimagineering the future of marketing. So
yes.
Maybe
okay.
So ito po
ang chairman ba natin dito si Edwin?
Ed Mapanaw. Yes.
Yeah. Si okay, congrats. Okay. We have a great guy behind this. Now, while you were talking, it just occurred to me now. Maybe I would like to entice you, because I'm not updated on the whereabouts, and who are the heads now of our members ng ating ASEAN Marketing Federation. Kasi during our era, way back 2008, there were only about 6, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, and then the Philippines, Now, I believe nadagdag yata, sa ASEAN ang Cambodia, tsaka the likes of Myanmar, Brunei, okay? And maybe if you can update us, who are the titular heads or the president of this organization, that's number one. And if it is possible for you to get the contact numbers of the presidents. Ngayon,
okay.
Soon as we have that, Lucien, bibigyan kita ng karagdagang assignments, which is, we will try to put them on this program. Correct. Because we're global. Okay? And last year were you able to meet with our AMF officers or leaders?
Yes.
Nakapag-meeting ba?
Opo, nakapag-meeting kami. Very active muna ang Philippines sa Asian Marketing
Federation.
Federation. And one of the things that we were busy with last November was the Asian Marketing Excellence, of which tatlong Filipino marketers ang nanalo sa atin. Two are champions for Filipino women, si Mylene Sason, at yung isa si from Union Bank, si Ana. Anna Merkel. And then si Albert Butahin, who's a digital expert who heads Catapult Digital, isang digital consulting firm that has been helping a lot of companies and businesses in making a lot of digital transformation. So yun yung tatlong nanalo mula sa atin. And last year, ang set ng officers is headed by from Sri Lanka. And this year, ang president ngayon ng AMF is from Korea. Alimutan ko lang po yung pangalan.
I see. So, bali, update lang. So, as of today, kasi nun, wala pa ang Korea, no? Ilan na ba talaga ang member ngayon ng ASEAN Marketing Federation?
I think it's around 20 plus, sir.
20 na? That much?
Yes.
Wow. So, congratulations, no? So, maybe, alam mo, itong ating programang Señor Entrepreneur, as you will see, is not limited, no, to Filipino entrepreneurs. So, I wouldn't be overtaxing you, pero parang gano'n na ngayon. If we could somehow coordinate, and I will give you a free hand to invite some of our officers of our fellow AMFAR, and maybe some of those who won the plum, no, doon sa mga most outstanding businesses, like our very own Mylene Aviva. Okay.
Yes.
But considering the pandemic, paano nangyari noon? Pag upo mo noon, primarily, ang mga interaction or meetings and activities are purely virtual. Puro ganun pa lang.
Virtual, yes. There was supposed to be an Asian conference, marketing conference that is supposed to happen in Sri Lanka last year in November. Pero of course hindi siya natuloy.
So, I hope it wouldn't be asking too much. At palagay ko naman, since talagang kita mo naman itong ating station is Global Pinas TV. So I would really want to entice you, if not necessarily seduce you, to be a part of our undertaking to show to the world, no, that, hey, people, these are the members of our ASEAN Marketing Federation. And if you could probably, for a head start, invite yung ang presidente ng AFF ngayon siya from Sri Lanka mismo.
Yes. No, from Korea. From Korea.
From Korea. Ano
Yes.
kaya yan? Sigurado naman magaling din mag-English yan. No? Hindi naman yung angyang siya masabi natin. So, can I have your commitment? We will discuss this on how to do it. Pero at least through you, we will reach out to the rest of the ASEAN man lang, together with the audience para they would also know offhand what is happening to their business, etc., whatever could be a point of interest dun sa program natin. Ang tingnan lang natin doon, marahil yung time element, Siyempre, magkakaiba. Sa ASEAN, marahil, hindi tayo masyadong magkakaroon ng problema because of the time zone. But will that be okay sa iyo, President Lucien? Pero siyempre, pag kami na-invite tayo doon, ikaw ang aking magiging co-host doon. Dalawa tayo.
Surely. Or si Faith kasi sa PMA kasi ang the one who is actually active among sa officers natin is our past president, yung immediate past president. So yung si Faith Abanyo is the one who is actually member in the board.
Yeah, but I would be more than glad to co-host Faith with us, no? But as I have said, you being the president, baka mas kilala mo sila, pwede rin naman tayong tatlo. Alam mo naman to, pwede tayong halo-halong kalamay dito. Ang importante is we can give a good overview. No? Ika nga, alam mo naman tayo marketing people, anything that comes in suddenly into our mind, bright ideas, why not, hindi ba? Considering na Global Pinas, Global TV, we will be reaching to the rest of the world, no, via our members.
That's right.
Pag-usapan natin yun after, tayo din na pay. Okay, kasi sa ngayon, wala ko talagang idea kung sino yung mga current, even those winners in the past, pwede natin i-guess din yun, ano? Okay, so that will be, an added mileage para sa ating PMA. Okay, so now I can see the slide, no? The future of marketing. Okay?
Yes.
Would you like to go ahead with your presentation?
Yes. Actually, yan po yung team namin last year. We chose isa sa mga programs. That's why when I was running for president from last year, this is what I advised to the members of PMA, that we should be already thinking about the future of marketing. Dahil lahat ng mga technologies dumating na. And then the pandemic happened. So doon natin na-realize na, okay, suddenly it's already in the future. So yun yung theme naman namin this year, na the future of marketing is now. Kasi lahat ng mga technologies that we were anticipating that will happen, all of a sudden, because of the pandemic, nagamit natin siyang lahat. And it really changed the dynamics of the way we do marketing. So ito po yung mga factors that happen during this time. So what is happening right now is we're looking as a means to reach consumers is for you to be omni-channel. Ano po yung sabihin ng pagiging omni-channel? Hindi lang po sa digital type marketing, kundi sa lahat ng avenues, whether it's traditional or digital. So lahat ng mga bagong platform, it's really important for companies to really to be present in those platforms. Kasi ang consumer madali agad mag-adapt sa mga bago. Lalong-lalo na yung mga bata. Easily adaptable sila, and whatever new technology comes in that really provides convenience, madali ang pick-up rate para gamitin siya. And based on experience, ang digital has always been a struggle for companies. Kasi parang nasanay tayo sa traditional means of doing marketing. And ngayon pinag-uusapan natin na you need to be agile. Yung word na agile, kailangan mabilis ka talaga para ma-reach mo yung consumer. Kasi in a matter of seconds, ang consumer can easily change his decision. And especially with the younger generation, gusto nila parang sineserve na sa kanila. So, mainipin pa sila. So, it's important for companies, imagine nyo, just to be able to do that para maging omni-channel kayo, para ma-reach yung consumers niyo, you really have to figure out your operations and your marketing model in order to seamlessly reach your customer. So, ang trend ngayon is really trying to be omni-channel. So, temporary lang naman itong setup natin na mga consumers na sa bahay. Pero, once things normalize, the move really is really omni-channel. And as I was saying, it's all about providing hyper-speed, ultra-personalized customer experience. So, ang consumer experience ngayon, It's from beginning to end. Ang presence ng brand or ang presence ng business. And not only ends there, but it's a continued experience that a brand should consider. Na hindi lang once na nabili mo yung item ninyo, it's the experience that the consumer gets from your brand, from your product. And yun yung dapat inaalagaan ng lahat ng brands ngayon. And it's really all about trying to be ultra personalized. So hindi na parang it caters to a common target market, kundi it caters to me, to you. And lahat ng taste ko, yun yung pinaka-ultimate objective ng brand, na ang customer mo, as if kausap mo na, as if best friend mo na siya. And there are several technologies out there that will be able to do that. And those technologies actually is about, we are already in the phase where we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So ito na yung panahon ng artificial intelligence at advanced data gathering. So ang data analytics plays an important role in marketing right now because instantly it can predict trends and be able to single out the profile of your customer to go after. So yan po ang napoprovide ng data analytics. And kasama dun ang virtual reality that siguro ang VR is really poised to provide an enhanced customer experience. Na halimbawa kung nagbebenta kayo ng bahay, virtual reality will be able to provide a more crystal picture of a potential purchase or investment. So yun po yung mga technologies na nandito na. And right now, it's all about future-proofing our planet. The pandemic experience actually has really opened our eyes. Before the pandemic, parang malayo lang siya eh. Parang hindi lang siya parang concept. It's like as if it's a concept, but actually it's already here. That we are really forced to future-proof our planet. This pandemic is not really going away. It's the start of things that will happen over and over again. So hindi pwedeng matapos ang COVID, pero baka ibang virus naman ang pwedeng mag-protest and threaten our environment and the way we do business. So isang malaking consideration yun, that we really have to focus in our own little way when we do our business. Is it really all about contributing to the good of our environment? So I'll share with you, ito po, Alex, this is from the Asian Marketing Federation. Nagbigay sila ng top 11 trends for 2021. Medyo mind-blowing siya kasi some of the trends here are still not yet here sa Pilipinas, pero it's already starting to happen from other parts of the globe, especially the more advanced economy. So, ipi-play ko lang po.
Go ahead.
So, yun po yung video ng AMF talking about the trends for 2021.
Mhm.
So, we're still caught in this conundrum where we think that we're wanting to go back to normal, but actually we cannot go back to normal because we have to change the way we do things. So ito po yung ay parang isa sa mga um, insights that I want to share to our fellow marketers.
There is a great amount of uncertainty where this ongoing pandemic is leading us into. But one thing is for sure, we can't go back to the things that we have been accustomed to. Last year's buzzwords, the new normal, the now normal, moving forward, the post-pandemic phase, are in hindsight lessons to be learned. As we inject hope and positivity in overcoming this challenging global phenomenon, there is something amiss in our mindset, the acceptance of how things have changed. We were all anticipating how we can move forward without really understanding what has changed, its effects, and how to effectively solve it. Now, the virus is back with its wings. No matter how advanced and sophisticated our technologies have become.
So yun po. What really needs right now is for every brand and every business to have company-driven work and really find out what good will your product do in really trying to help us move forward to a better world. And we need solutions that people actually need. Tandaan nyo, ang Gen Z, sila yung magmamana ng mundo. And we must, all generations, not only them, should be able to think together and how we can improve our systems and our processes to provide convenience and provide the ultimate solution how we can better our lives. In order to do that, we need to listen more to our consumers, what they're going through, and assert a deeper sense of empathy. If we think that way, then there's more substance in what we do. Right now, what's really important is brands need to participate to help end the pandemic. Because our lives. Ang question ngayon, Sir Alex, what have we learned from it? So yun po, that ends my presentation.
Okay, thank you. Palakpak naman tayo dyan. Now, as you were sharing with us. I'm parang estudyante mo ako ngayon eh. I'm trying to jot down some notes. Ay yung mga spur of the moment questions, no? Between last year and now, among us marketing people, okay, what ASAP moves or what kind of strategy do you think that us as marketing heads, no, should adopt? Because everything was so sudden. Everything for me, I feel is, hey, here is the challenge. Here are the possible solutions. But then, we're not too sure as to where all of these things will bring us. We thought all the while that after the initial wave of the pandemic, that's it. But now we're talking about the different variants, the different forms of treatment, and all those, entanglements and issues that surrounds it. And definitely this affects the movement of the products, the behavior of the consumers, and us as marketing planners and strategists. So how do we reposition ourselves? Because we're quite used to coming up with, hey, short-term and long-term strategic plans, no? Not only for the product, but for the organizations. So in heaven's name, where does that place us? Ibang tipong, hindi pa natatapos yung ginagawa mo. Ito na naman yung isang challenge. Correct? Para bang tipong, ano na naman? Ito na naman ang nangyari. So apektado na naman lahat tayo. And parang this really baffles the mind. Okay? Like, for example, we talk about target consumers, target brand preferences, and the effects on the MSM, not only the micro, small, and medium, but definitely the biggest, no? The big players, they were the ones that were affected. Look at the malls, no? Look at the hotels. Look at all of those big players. So sabi nga natin, malaking kumpanya, malaking sakit ng ulo. Maliit na kumpanya, maliit na sakit ng ulo. And now we're even talking about the more than 4,000% of newly registered online businesspreneurs na tinatawag natin, no? A new wave of doing business. So, in your mind, how do we really upgrade ourselves? How do we really position our brands, the image of the company, when in fact we're not too sure as to what lies ahead as far as the future is concerned, no? Hindi natin alam. Pagkatapos to, baka may bagong COVID naman. O pagkatapos ito, mag-i-eleksyon, di ba? Sa 2022. What about yung mga global na girian ng mga superpowers yan? So all of these are really $64 questions that really poses a problem. So how do you think? Do we look at it from its macro point of view? As far as, let's say, kumbaga sa sa kotse, primera, segunda, tercera, tapos sabi, oops, teka muna. Huwag masyadong mabilis. Neutral muna tayo. Para bang nakakaloko yung mga pangyayari.
Ako,
So
Sir
how do
Alex,
you really assess all these things?
may share ako nung during the time of ECQ. Alam mo yung feeling na nawala sa'yo yung lahat.
Yun nga.
Nawala sa'yo lahat yung what you used to enjoy. In a
Yes.
flick of a finger, in just one swoosh, biglang nawala lahat. During that time, it's really all about being snappy enough to change your mindset. I didn't focus on what we have lost. Actually, I immediately thought of my team. And what are we going to do in the face of this? And there's no choice, but you really have to be brave for your team and for others. And siguro that would really force you to think of what is the a proper perspective of things that will happen in the next few months, in the next few years. Inalam ko kagad yung potential ng virus, how long would it take? And it was really overwhelming. It was really overwhelming in the sense that how how can we move forward from that? And parang ngayon parang how can we move forward from this? May ginawa na tayo over a spread of 1 year, tas mangyayari siya ulit. At that time, I just focused on what we can build. What we can build with what was it. So parang starting all over again.
Exactly. Those were the words. But how long and how fast could we start all over again?
and yun yung perspective of starting all over again. Parang you have to start as if you were starting. How were you when you were starting? How did you feel when you were starting all over again? There was that feeling of excitement and experimentation and innovation to start your business. Again. Ulitin mo lang siya. And I think that really helped a lot. For us to be able to pivot well. After a few months, parang compared to other publications and other media entities, we were able to accelerate faster than the others. And it's because of those mindsets. Just think first of short-term objectives. To be able to serve your customers, to be able to serve your business, to be able to hand a manageable profit just to sustain your employees or your team to get through this. So isa-isa lang siya. And it's the same thought also that you should think for your consumers. Siyempre, may pinagdadaanan din sila. How can you make things easier for them? So now,
simply said, yung ating situation parang isang bata. Mahilig maglaro. Nadapa, nagkaroon ng sugat. So, kailangan merong initial medication, di ba? Oh, ingat ka ha. Walang problemang maglaro, pero huwag ka lang masasaktan uli. After a while, makita mo, bumalik, nadapa na naman. So sa madalit sabi, I can equate that with the present situation. Para bang after some mind-boggling experiences on this and crafting strategic ways and means to face the onslaught of the so-called new normal, hindi pa nga natatapos, ito nadapa na naman, nasugatan na naman. Para bang, nakakaloka. Para bang, nandun ka pa lang sa launching stage, mamaya makikita mo, iba na naman yung hinaharap mo.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that
it's really a learning experience, whether it's a success or a failure. So parang pero importante dito is there's really a learning curve that it continues and perpetual na to, sir, kasi itong pandemic wasn't really expected at all. Diba? And so that reveals also so many things that can happen in the next few years. There are several factors that are beyond us. No matter how much planning or sophisticated our tools are, by any force of nature, mangyayari yan.
Correct. So, marahil, when everything seems so unbearable, kung si Pate kasama natin, alam ko na sasabihin lean to God. More prayers,
Yes.
Andyan lang solusyon sa lahat. Ang sabi nga baka talaga namang sinusubukan lang tayo ng Panginoon. No? At tayo naman mabubuting tao naman tayo. We're a Christian country. And the way I look at it, we might emerge to be a better person, to be a better company, to be a better nation after this thing, it comes and passes. But again, as I have said, you never know what lies ahead. So masasanay din marahil tayo dyan. Kaya nakita mo yung ating the future of marketing is now. Sabi nga marketing beyond the new normal. Para bang if this is now, what again, if suddenly within a short period of time, things changes on all fronts. So how do we do that? Maski sa military, no? If you have had some military training, kaya the battle doesn't end this day, this week, or next month. And we should always be prepared on the onslaught of the enemies. And there are so many factors to consider. But as I have said, marahil dito na papasok yung pagiging good forecaster natin. Through thick and thins, no? Marketing people will always be there to meet this onslaught of problems.
And it's really a wake-up.
Yeah, this is really a wake-up call. And
It's
as
really,
I have said,
ako ay parang naka-learning experience ko dito is we really gone so much the way we do things. It's so different from a decade ago. Pero wag natin kalimutan lang ano yung pinaka-basic and the existence of why we do these things. Why we do business, why we do marketing. Pareho pa rin naman yung sagot. Pero better
the principle
process.
as basic.
Yes. And it parang along the way medyo may nalolost in translation And things with our desire to make things more accessible, to travel all over.
Yes.
All over parts of the globe, to make more profit, to extend our businesses to reach more people. Pero are we doing it right?
Okay.
Yun yung mga dapat natin pag-isipan ng gusto.
Okay. Now, teka muna, nakalagay dito message to viewers. Talagang ang mga marketing man kapag ka nag-usap, kay 1 taon, kay 2 taon, hindi maubusan tayo na pag-usapan. And it would be of great help, President Lucien, you together with Faith at sino mga allies natin dyan on the succeeding episodes of our Señor Entrepreneur. If we could focus, doon sa iba't ibang mga countries na member natin, which now numbers nasa 20 na kamo, I'm not so updated. So maybe after this, we can have a talk with you and Faith and whoever that you would like to put into this discussion, to hey, what's happening in Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Korea, and the rest of the members of the AMF here. We can start from there. And I think this journey will really be non-stop. But as I have said, this will provide the current entrepreneurs and would-be entrepreneurs on how to face this challenge when it really comes. Okay. So message to viewer. Maraming salamat once again, President Lucien. Talagang habang nadaragdagan natin pag-uusap para bang nagiging lalo ang katapusan. And I believe na yung ating kasama na si Ismael Abaya will agree with us that we would also want to listen to the rest of our fellow members globally. Ano ba rin ang nangyayari sa inyo? Okay, let's interact, let's collaborate, let's listen to one another, and from there we can have a better marketing future, the better Philippines. So once again, President Lucien, thank you. It's bye-bye time once again. Talagang ang hirap hatake ng oras.
Maraming salamat.
Talaga may bagay natin.
I really
okay, so after this, we'll keep in touch, Tingnan natin, baka yung sakali may workout natin, yung current president from Sri Lanka, maisalang natin, maski sa susunod na episode. And I think this is a good move from our end, to listen to how other fellow entrepreneurs from us from other parts of the ASEAN region or part of the world are really, what are their specific strategies, no? And we can learn from each other so that somehow it can lessen the burdens by sharing also with our counterparts. So thank you. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga listeners. As usual, napakaikli po ng oras, subalit malalim at nagpapasalamat po naman tayo.
Laban lang, saka stay safe.
Laban lang. Oha. At mag-gym din tayo para ika nga yung not only mentally but physically. Di ba? Marahil, mentally, sa mga may edad na katulad namin. Physically, sa mga kabataan katulad mo na fitness first. Spiritually, kay Mother Faith. Talagang pag nakita ko si Faith sa dito sa misa pagkalinggo, no? Talagang masayang-masaya ako. Kompleto talaga ang PMA pagdating sa lahat ng level ng molding ourselves to be a better individual. So thank you very much, lalong-lalo na po doon sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa Global, no? Muna ka din Ismael, kina Carl, kina Gino, kina Bebang, no? Yung tumutulong sa paggawa ng ating teaser ad. At sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng Global Pinas, Bounce Back Network, at sa lahat po ng ating mga avid followers. This is where you will learn a lot more, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga budding and current entrepreneurs. Maraming salamat po at maayong linggo sa imong tanan. Ayan, Bisaya. Okay, thank you.